Hello, my good friends, sisters and brothers. Eddie Marcus here, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for you. Well, this is Christmas night. Many of you have received your presents, received your gifts. You've hugged your loved ones and you've kissed them. You've shared meals and you've thanked God for being in the midst of all of this. It was a wonderful day. Many of you even had some service, even though it's a Monday. I heard a lot of stuff on radio talking about Bible, and it had nothing to do with the routine stuff. And then I'm thinking, my friends, that this also is a time, hold it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is also a time when people are in shelters, when people are in tent cities, but I find out now that a lot of tent cities, the people don't want to put up with them anymore. And I'm just thinking about this Christmas Day and all of the things that we talk about. They were not the same as yesterday, 24 hours ago. And tomorrow, a few hours from now, we will be right back where we've been. And that kind of troubles me. I had thought about a topic and I wanted to speak on the subject, reasons for stopping the hate. Wanted to speak on, at this moment, reasons that you as people, as humanity, dreams and aspirations, stopping the madness. And then something hit me that says that would require a people-ruled world. A people-ruled world. That basically means people in each country ruling their country. Not any big shot, not any liar, not any hustler, not any Jesus, but the people. The people ruling their area, their state, their nation, and as a result, the people ruling the world. And we won't have any politicians to blame. We won't have any white people to blame, or black people to blame, or men to blame, or women to blame, or old folk to blame, or children to blame. No, we will understand that good people are kind. And this definitely requires good people. That they are compassionate. They are empathetic. They observe. Good people do this. They advocate. They expose. And they resist. They don't engage or commit violence. No, that is relied upon through justice. And nature is a tool, my friends, for those of you who haven't noticed, is a tool that is used. Remember the flood? Remember the Red Sea? You heard about it. Remember you heard about Sodom and Gomorrah. You heard about the Tower of Babel. I'd say these just to name a few. Then this was nature taking care of business. And it affected people. It affected us. As humans, we could not bring about this kind of struggle and disaster to people. On the one hand, and on the other hand, talking about how good and how wonderful we are. The two don't go together. See, what is wrong at one time is wrong at another time. And in other words, for instance, I always say, thou shalt not kill does not mean at some point when the crisis get rough enough, not only do you just kill that what was trying to kill you, you kill everything that could possibly kill you. You know, like if someone come and maybe kill 1,200 of your people, then you jump back on them, you go kill, 20,000 of theirs. Let them, we don't play that stuff. See, this is the kind of game that you play when you don't know how to deal with life. You see, the American people, yes, I want to read this to you, ladies and gentlemen. The American people, government, nor its systems have answers to these problems facing the country. Now, when I say about America, I say about the world. Nope, the governments, the people of the world, the ones that just got through saying have the power and will be required to use that power. Nope, at this point in time, they are helpless. They have nothing as a solution. The problem that's happening in Israel with Hamas, I just mentioned, no country on earth has a solution. Not the United Nations or any other nation profess to know a solution. Ain't that something? Well, what you see, ladies and gentlemen, why they can't find a solution is because crookedness finds a home, even in government. Crookedness finds a home in the people. And thus, crookedness finds a home in the systems. But not all are crooked. So the stale stalls by cementing the division, choosing war rather than solution, which is the mother of hate. This morning I was watching television, and obviously I was watching what they call that? Cable. Or, well, mostly YouTube. And you have the cameras there talking to politicians. You have people talking in America. You got people talking about Trump. You got people talking about Biden. You got people talking about Biden's son. You got people talking about crookedness. You got people talking about anything but solutions to the problem. And you got people who have watched politicians perform. And they have recognized that these are liars, that these are con artists, and they don't want to have anything to do with them. Yet on the other hand, they are those who hear the same politicians, the same con games, and think that is a gift from heaven because they hate just that much. On the other hand, I have seen it being an opportunity to expose the fakes. Now, when I mean expose the fakes, I mean when they come, they have no solutions to the problem. The guy who it doesn't matter who gets in office. It doesn't matter who the people choose to serve. They got no solution. And it will be evident as soon as they have been given the opportunity to. But what makes the difference? What truly makes the difference is that warrior that comes to the rescue of those who, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I lost my thought there for a second, so I paused it so I can try to get it back together. What I was going to say is that there are people who are that same messenger, and they love it. And you have these two people who saw the same thing and saw it different. And they just cannot understand how in the world can that be. And they get angry with one another. They get so frustrated with one another. And you know what? They still have no solution. But the ones outside of that who have set it up in such a way that got each of you going at each other, doing what you're doing, is for a main purpose. Now, in scripture, they call that just to turn you into nothing but a big bowl of evil. But in the world, it's just called to conquer you, to abuse you, to manipulate and misuse you. Well, I say to you that nature is real and nature is doing its thing. So as I see these people sitting and they're arguing at one another, hating one another, as I see this, as I witness this, I see before me people, human beings, who are setting themselves up to be ruled by artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence set up to do all of the things that they're doing, basically to make money and to have power over others, but who at one point in time, not that they took over us, is that we delivered ourselves to them. Like what we're doing right now. We are delivering ourselves out of the democracy into a, well, whatever you want to call that, Trump. Y'all call it fascist. I just call it a big bowl of evil. But that's what, and the American people are doing that. And in this position where they're arguing and not knowing any solution. But to move that forward, they would have delivered, and seeking power and money, they would have delivered, and hatred doing it, they would have delivered themselves into the authority of the artificial intelligence. The AI will be running human beings' lives. I mean, they got great influence now, thank goodness for some of it. But we would have sold our souls trying to be bigger and better than everything else. And now we have been captured by AI. AI telling us what to do, when to do, and we doing it. See, AI is not about money. And AI is not hating, and AI is not about loving. It's just about running the program. And this is exactly what human beings would be. Running programs, doing what programming called them to do. Not getting money. Not having control over this or that. And many of the human race, who are so distant from the truth, I saw them as being cyborgs, where they were mixed up with the machine, mixed up with the parts, being controlled. And deep down inside, I could see that each of them controlled, the cyborgs and just everybody else that's controlled by the AI, had a burningness for the times that they were human beings, where the time that they had decision-making power, at a time when they had rights, basic human rights, at a time when they could laugh because something was funny, at a time when they could cry because something was so painful, at a time when they can wish for something other and knew that it might happen. I can see that burning inside, but they will be caught and controlled by something that has no compassion, no sympathy, no empathy, and no love. And it would be the creation of humankind who have no compassion, no empathy, no love. And they did it to a people who were ignorant to the truth. And to those who profess to know the truth, but too coward to walk accordingly. And it all brings us to that ultimate end. So the whole thing that I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, on this Christmas night, 2023, is that we are doomed as a group. Opportunity exists to us as individuals. And that challenge is calling on us to represent, to be. Just to be. Thank you.